I appreciate that, Councilman Beltran. And what do you know what we pay Kingsview annually?
I did ask for that because it can fluctuate a little bit. I want to be
Around
600.
2 million, right? Annually?
600,000. It depends on if we're doing infrastructure, if there's, like when Smart
Oh,
Team was there.
great example,
So
with the infrastructure we're building right now.
Right, so it just kind of fluctuates, but I would say minimum is 600,000 roughly. And it can go insurances, different, with the armory part of that. I mean, the number fluctuates, but it's definitely not.
I just like putting that number out because it's not just the $5,000 that we're spending. The city is.
Oh, it's a lot. It's significant.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Okay, Vice Mayor McCurvey.
Yeah, I just, for those out in the audience and listening, may have just joined us, if you really want to get a comprehensive look at the finances and the discussions, the deep, long discussions that we've been having, look at the last few meetings. It's all online with charts and graphs and discussion. So if you're still not understanding that, please go back and watch it again. It's great to see everybody here. I know since COVID, this place used to be empty, and it's great to have all you guys here. And all the engagement is really welcomed by all of us. We appreciate all the input that we get and the feedback that we get from everyone. I would encourage you to go back and look at those finances, because this council has done more to put that before you and before the people than any council in history of this city. It's out there for everyone to look at. Be careful how you interpret some of those numbers. I think you can reach the wrong conclusions. The CalPERS discussion is misleading. If the city is paying $5 million a year out of the general fund, and I think it's up to $6 million now, and they're having to pay back at 30 years what they weren't paying back, that's $150 million coming out of our general fund over the course of those 30 years. That could be spent on all sorts of things. And that's just going to fund the shortfall from the past. Now, it doesn't mean that those guys aren't getting their retirement. It doesn't mean that CalPERS is insolvent. What it means is the city got way behind, and now in the catch-up period, and Raymond was quick to point out, the catch-up period is already 10 years in. Yep. So we've already put 50 million in, and we got another 100 million to put in over the next 20 years to get it there. So I'm not sure what that number is, the general numbers, but we talk about this up here because we want everybody to understand that that's nearly 20% of our budget that just gets taken out. That's our tax dollars. And when you look at those structural issues, the other structural issue, just to reiterate, was that we weren't paying the benefits out of the paychecks of our people for 10 years also. And then now that's been uncovered. And so we're going to spend the next 30 years paying that back because that wasn't paid. So there's some structural issues that we're trying to get out to the public and help you guys understand. But they're numbers with lots of zeros. These are $1 million issues. That's the structural issue when we talk about the city, because we have to look at the long term. When you look at the short term, like how we support the Navigation Center, how we support the rescue mission, and how we do our civic events, those are much smaller things. So you're talking about 40, it takes 40 times what one of those things is that we do for the community to even make a dent in one of those structural problems. So I think that's what Councilman Rivas was trying to say, but go back and look at those videos, because the information is out there, and I'm always available too. You can always call me. I come out in the audience periodically. A lot of people don't want to talk to me because they don't want to engage in the detail, but I had some great conversations last week over finances, and I would encourage you guys to be a little bit more open-minded about it and not run away. I love what you guys are doing in the Pecan Network down at the Willow Gardens. I went down there and wished you guys a Merry Christmas at Christmas and got the Happy Holidays retort because you guys are so angry. But I love what you guys are doing. The mayor and I and AJ were down there for the ribbon cutting when we extended that down there. That was a no-go zone, 2023. Couldn't even go down there. The progress that this city has made with all of the staff and all the people in the community pulling together, and mostly through Kathy Capone's leadership, that place is turning into a place for us to gather and enjoy in the center of our town. And it's really good to see. I love that report, Mr. Wagner, because we got people going down there and using it, and we want to continue to develop it, and we want to continue to build it, because if we occupy that, it's not going to go back to the way it was. And you guys do a great job down there and getting the families together and the kids together. So I want to say thank you. We were down there planting trees last year, so we really enjoy it too. So thank you for that great report. We've been down there several times. The Christmas thing was a lot of fun.